Hollow Knight's charm system is one of the most beloved features of the original game. Their unique designs and combos allow for any player to play the game exactly to their own strengths. And weirdly enough, the strongest inspiration for the charms was from the Paper Mario badge system, with the badges themselves giving buffs to the player and having limited badge points to actually fit the badges on. It's pretty much a one-to-one concept. However, Hollow Knight's charm system was so well executed that many games since have taken heavy inspiration from their system, showing yet again how influential Hollow Knight has been on the entire gaming industry. But, as we all likely know, not all the charms are built equally. Whether it's an intentional game design choice because of how much harder some of the good charms are to get, or just purely an accident, there is definitely a huge power imbalance between the charms in the game. So today, I'll show how 3 separate charms completely broke every single category. Out of all of the charms on this list, the Shaman Stone is by far the most broken, just because of how much value you can get out of it. I mean, you can literally find it in the first area of the game, and it doesn't require any prerequisites, such as, for example, freeing the shopkeeper. And it costs a measly 220 geo, which is pennies compared to some other charms on this list. I mean, this isn't even the most expensive item in Salubra's shop. So not only is it insanely easy to obtain, but it also only costs 3 charm notches to equip. And to put that into perspective, Joni's Blessing is a charm that simply gives you an extra 40% of the masks you currently have. So if you had the maximum amount of masks at 11, you'd only get an extra 5. And plus, it completely prevents you from healing, which is obviously a huge downside. And it costs more charm notches than the Shaman Stone to equip, which does have no downsides. So yeah, Shaman Stone value is insane. But what do you get for equipping it? Well, the first effect is that it can increase the size of a Vengeful Spirit, or Shade Soul, by quite a significant amount, making it easier to hit the enemies. But the real reason people use it is for the up to 51% spell damage increase. That is insanely high. For example, if you were just trying to defeat Absolute Radiance, the hardest boss in Hollow Knight, with just Abyss Shriek, the highest amount of damage you can deal in one hit, it would take you about 28 casts of the spell. But if you equipped Shaman Stone, that number would drop all the way down to 18. So you can imagine how much easier it is for speedrunners in every category to kill bosses when their spell damage is that high. And because of how easy it is to get, and the fact it's literally on the way to the Blue Lake, which speedrunners need to get to, it's pretty much a no-brainer for any percent speedruns to grab, greatly cutting down the time of the most popular speedrun category in Hollow Knight. But any percent isn't the only category in the game. There are many speedruns where the value of the charm just doesn't matter. Only the raw power of it is what matters. And I think there's no better example of this than the infamous Unbreakable Strength. Unbreakable Strength is one of those charms you'll never see in regular runs, because unlike Shaman Stone, it's pretty tricky to obtain, as you have to go completely out of your way to find the Leg Eater, and pay 600 geo for the Fragile Strength, which is just as good as the Unbreakable variant, but it takes too long to find it than what it's actually worth. And if you die with it, you lose it. So to upgrade it to its Unbreakable variant, you have to summon the Grim Troop all the way back in Howling Cliffs and pay up 15,000 geo to upgrade it. But once you have upgraded it, jeez, you have it, you know, if you know what I mean. This thing, for 3 charm notches, which is very good, gives you 0 debuffs and just adds a straight 50% extra damage to your nail. So if we use our analogy from before, a maxed out nail could defeat Abzerad in about 104 hits. But with Unbreakable Strength, it'd take roughly 68. But you know, it's too hard to obtain for it to be worth anything in any category. You know, if only there was some categories where you start with every single charm, ability, and item. You know, maybe then it'd be worth it. Wait a minute. Yeah, it is absolutely broken for Pantheon speedruns, basically just cutting the run down by a third of what it would otherwise be. It is simply essential. There has never been a single world record in any of these categories where they do not take strength. And when a charm is so broken that you have no choice but to take it, that's when you know it really is the best of the best. So for the same reason as this, our last charm is the Quick Slash. Like Unbreakable Strength, Quick Slash is pretty difficult to obtain, nowhere near as tedious as Strength, but it isn't Shaman Stone 2, you know. You obtain it by going to Kingdom's Edge and Desolate Dive a couple of times to find it. It costs 3 charm notches, beginning to see a bit of a pattern here, and while it doesn't directly increase DPS as much as the Unbreakable Strength does, it still allows you to swing your nail 39% quicker, which not only means an extra 39% damage, but it also means that you can stack up soul 39% quicker for casting those powerful shaman-fueled Abyss Shrieks, or even using Flute Nest-powered Vengeful Spirits for that shotgun-like attack and the mountain of glitches that it has, splitting the community into those thinking that Unbreakable Strength is better and those that think Quick Slash is better. But at the end of the day, it's not like you're restricted to one of these. You could equip every single charm in this video and still have room for like Fury of the Fallen to increase your damage when you're on one mask, which is also very good for speedrunning, or the Glowing Room if, I don't know, you're on some bullshit or something. But I mean, we all really know what the best combo of charms is. Like, come on now, we all.
Come on, boys, get him! Get him! Get him! Yes!